We all know the kind of economic crisis Pakistan is reeling under. Unemployment is at the highest levels, inflation is at the highest levels as well. And now the Pakistani military has intervened. We're now learning that Pakistan's Chief of Army Staff, General Asim Munir, held an important meeting with several business honchos in Karachi just a short while ago. He outlined what economic policies need to be undertaken, what policies need to be overturned to ensure that there is a change in the fortunes of Pakistan's economy. This development comes at a time when Pakistan's traders are on a strike against the soaring cost of living. Let's get you across to some of the details of what exactly has happened as far as this meeting goes. Let's take a look at this. The Pakistani Army Chief met with 60 prominent businessmen in Karachi. That's the latest, with the Pakistani Army now ensuring that they take the calls as far as the economic woes are concerned. Policies that will help boost the economy were discussed by the Pakistani Army Chief, not by the caretaker government or the Prime Minister. Concerns over smuggling activities was also raised during this meeting. What the concerns were of these businessmen, what the solutions had to be found, all of which was discussed. Deliberations on foreign investment prospects was also discussed by the Army Chief. It's not by the civilian government but by the military establishment of Pakistan that we're seeing these kind of discussions and deliberations being held. For the first time, India and Kashmir was not discussed, as surprising as that may sound to many, but this time around the focus of the Pakistani Army Chief was solely on the economy. So let's take a look at why exactly this meeting took place and what was the outcome of it. The assurance that came to the fore from this particular meeting was that a stable business environment will be created. That's the assurance that came to the fore from the businessmen that the Pakistani Army Chief was meeting with. Steps will be taken to curb illicit trade is also what the assurance was from the government, wanting to build more confidence in these investors, in these businessmen. Stop dollarization and strengthen the Pakistani currency. Remember, it's at an all-time low as far as the Pakistani rupee is concerned. What else was assured is that there has to be a commitment to reform the parallel economy. That commitment needs to come from both the army and the caretaker government in Pakistan. That's the assurance that was sought by these businessmen during that meeting. Book individuals who are not filing taxes. That is also an action that needs to be taken that can only act as a deterrent and strengthen the economy. So that assurance also came to the fore during this particular meeting. State-owned enterprises have to be privatized. That could help with more investments coming in from outside. That is something, perhaps a booster dose of sorts, that the Pakistani economy needs. Sikh units to be transferred to private entities. It cannot remain with the government anymore. Private entities have to come in. It is only then there can be some amount of change as far as the Pakistani economy went. Now, these recent developments coming to the fore are reminiscent of what happened during Zia-ul Haq's time as well. This is something that happened from 1978 to 1988. There was this time when the military establishment was meddling with all sorts of non-military aspects as far as the economy was concerned, as far as governance was concerned. So this is exactly what happened back then. We're now seeing a reminder of that. So let's take a look at what exactly had happened back then. In 1986 in Karachi, Zia-ul Haq met businessmen. He discussed ways to boost the economy. Similar what we saw to happen over this weekend in Karachi yet again by General Asim Munir. In 87 in Lahore, Zia-ul Haq met with some industrialists back then. Pakistan's energy crisis was what was on agenda back then. This was something that was discussed this time around as well. So Pakistan's military now playing an important role, now taking matters into its own hands. Abhishek, my colleague, joining us, getting us more details on this. Now, Abhishek, it's not surprising that the Pakistani military has decided to call the shots on the economic front as well. This is something that the Pakistani military establishment has done on multiple occasions.
Well, Poonam, this is yet another testimony as to who actually runs the Pakistan, its economy, its affairs and day-to-day life. The meeting between the Army Chief and the leading business figures at the Army's Corps headquarters in Lahore, it has come at a time when Pakistan is grappling with severe economic crisis, with the national currency at a historic low. We have seen Pakistani currency going below 300 rupees per dollar. We just saw in a recent week, Pakistan has got some sort of relief by International Monetary Fund, which has released the latest tranche of relief to Pakistan. And after that, that was followed by China, UAE and Saudis also putting some money in Pakistan's forex. So that has kind of stopped Pakistan from defaulting on its sovereign debt and with the depleting forex reserve. But at the same time, this also tells another story that whether Pakistan is again going back to army dictatorship, where the civilian government is just a face saver, and the real policy decision, including economic crisis, including security situation in the country, will be decided and deliberated by the army generals.
Right, so the army there once again calling the shots. This time it's on the economic front as far as Pakistan is concerned. For the moment, Abhishek, thank you so much for getting us the latest on this.